Is it time for my favourite part of the show?
Yeah, I think it's Liam's favourite part of the show. Liam's been to the cinema. Here are the spoiler-free reviews of the things that he's seen at the cinema and other things that aren't necessarily the cinema, but things like TV shows, maybe comics, maybe books. Who knows? Books.
But first...
Sorry, we were on video chat and he showed me a book. I didn't just shout books.
Yeah. Oh, no,
like
it was a very specific book. I'm teasing
it was a
what's coming
I don't want to
later.
ruin it.
No. First, I went to cinema to see The Favourite. Which
this is the one with I can't remember her name. She's great. I love
Olivia
her.
Colman.
That's it. She was great at the award show. She's also used to be in Peep Show and shit.
Yeah, and I think because of that, a lot of people our age, British people our age, have a kind of like just an affection for her because they're kind of I knew her, like I watched her back when sort of thing.
Yeah, and she's done others. She's done like a fair bit of other stuff where she's like she was in Broadchurch, wasn't she?
She's been in loads of stuff. And she has started getting like she's obviously got this role, but before that she was getting smaller roles in bigger like Hollywood productions. So I'm just going to run through like her IMDb for some of the things that you might have seen her in. She was in The Crown.
Yeah.
She was in Broadchurch, like you said. She's been in lots of TV stuff. Obviously, there was Peep Show.
Was she in Hot Fuzz?
Yep, she was in Hot Fuzz. She was in... What am I missing? Bear with me. There was an American film that I watched recently that I was surprised to see her in just a time. Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was in that. So she's getting like... She's starting to get roles there. She's getting loads of like buzz at the moment for her role in The Favourite. She won a Golden Globe, I believe.
Yeah, and she was very like. If you haven't seen her acceptance speech, it's worth watching because she's just like genuinely happy, and I think she calls her co-stars her bitches or something.
Yeah, I think So The Favourite is directed by Yorgos Lanthimos.
Should I know him?
Maybe not. He's directed. He's right. The first film of his that I saw was a film called Dogtooth. And he's from Greece.
I've heard of Dogtooth.
Yeah, I watched it like the first time at uni and maybe spoke to you about it then, perhaps. And since then, so he's done other films you might have heard of. He's done a film called The Lobster.
Yeah.
Which Olivia Colman was in that. It's also got Colin Farrell in it. And it's got Rachel Weisz, who is in The Favourite as well.
Yeah, I know. I know her.
And he also did a film that came out 2 years ago now. That again got a fair amount of attention called The Killing of a Sacred Deer.
That one doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, that also had Colin Farrell in it. Had Nicole Kidman in it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he's started doing more like. I don't want to say wider appealing films because they all have an odd touch to them.
Yeah, because from the trailers of The Favourite, it looks pretty good, but it does look like it's quite odd.
Yes, this is probably his least odd film I've seen.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that's interesting about this to me is The Favourite seems to be getting a lot of attention and a lot of people are going to it, and they're probably people that maybe aren't familiar with his previous stuff, so they aren't necessarily going in expecting it to be as odd as it is.
Yeah.
Because there are definitely moments in it that are unusual. I'll put it up. But like I said, it's his least unusual of the films he's done. It's also got Emma Stone in it, and she's fantastic. She's really good. The thing about The Favourite, the performances are good, and the story is fine. But I think because this film specifically has been getting so much like buzz around it from the award ceremonies, I maybe was expecting to be like really impressed by it, and I kind of ended up just thinking it was okay.
Okay.
Like the performance is good, the story is fine. I think the other issue is the trailer kind of shows all of the funny moments, and it's almost being like marketed as a comedy.
Yeah, which I was assuming it wasn't.
Not
a particularly.
Yeah, and it's a shame as well because you see in the trailer Olivia Colman do like these quick like mood changes where she's playing this queen and she'll be happy, then just like really raging at someone, and I kind of wanted to see more of that.
Yeah,
there isn't a lot of it in the film. Like what you see in the trailer, there's
a
little bit more of that,
moments.
but yeah, it's like she does give a really good performance, but I don't know. I'm really pleased for her. I was just expecting more from the film. And
Okay.
I think the reason why I'm kind of explaining this so much is because the film is fine. My issue is entirely down to my expectations, I think.
Which is this isn't me being a dick. This is a common thing with you.
Yeah.
You set your expectations and
I think because
don't meet them all.
Yeah, because I follow like a lot of like film people on Twitter.
Yeah.
I kind of start seeing these things like getting buzz and getting momentum, and then I watch a trailer and be like, oh, that does look really good. And then when you go in and like the best bits are the bits that are already in the trailer.
Yeah, well, that's always annoying anyway.
Exactly.
When a trailer's just all the good bits, and you're like, well, no, don't do that.
Yeah. So for me, and I think the other thing is, I like it when Yorgos Lanthimos does the weird stuff. Like, out of the films that he's done that I've seen so far, The Killing of a Sacred Deer is still my favourite, and that is bonkers. Like, everyone in it gives their dialogue in this really like weird, stilted way.
Oh, okay.
And it takes like a good like 15-20 minutes to kind of be like, oh yeah, this is a deliberate decision that's been made here. I kind of just have to go with it. And I kind of liked that about it. And then it just tells like this much darker story than what I think you get in The Favourite. And I think the thing is, I think that film matches the director's tone better from what I've seen than what The Favourite does.
Got you. Yeah.
There are
so
moments,
this is almost like easing people into his work.
Yeah, like one of the things he does is he'll show like a long take scene where maybe there's not a particular lot happening of interest, but the music will be really tense and like ramping up, and the music will be really dramatic, which makes this what would be an ordinary, maybe like even dull scene. It adds this element of like anticipation to it, and he does it in The Favourite, and I'm like, oh, I get that's your thing, but I've seen this been done more effectively elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So for me, it's a 3 out of 5 for The Favourite.
Okay. I think it's one that I'm probably going to watch when it comes out on DVD.
And I think you should. I'd be very curious.
Yeah, I definitely want to because of all the buzz and...
Yeah, exactly.